Alrighty folks, tonight we're going to be going over the LMG build I've been having a lot of fun with. The crack shot main, he does some serious damage. And if you're familiar with Crackshot's ability, you have to ramp it up first before it starts doing the damage. And that's why LMGs shine. Well, it's pretty sufficiently ramped up. How does that handle a smasher? Like that. That is how it handles a 100 smasher. Let's go see if we can't find some other husk to play with. Alrighty, we found some new husk. Another pretty decent demonstration of it. I hate lobbers. Just look at the damage, not my aim. At 5 shots on a blaster, a 100 blaster with no fort buff. Most everything else dies with 1 shot. Husky Husk take 2 to 3. But with an LMG, that's really not a whole lot. Now in a situation with this character, you're going to want to start with the small husk first. That way it gives you time to ramp up the damage. So you do more against these guys when you get to them. See, they just absolutely deletes the blasters too. You saw what it did with the smasher. Let's go take a look at these guys' perks. One last tease. I found a fire smasher, elemental smasher. This is an energy weapon. We got 26 bullets left in an LMG. Let's see if we can take them out with it. 16 bullets with an LMG against a level 100 elemental smasher. Alright, enough of the gameplay. Let's go look at his perks finally. Alrighty, for the main hero, we have Crackshot. He was just in the Christmas store. Everybody should have him. His main perk is every shot grants a stack of Holiday Spirit up to 50 stacks. That's why LMGs are so important. And each stack increases your ranged weapon damage by 2.9%. It decreases your stability, but as long as you burst fire, you'll never notice that. So 2.9%, 50 stacks, about 145% extra damage. Of course, we have the preemptive strike for the first shot. Gives increased damage. Now, with the gun I was using, it gave bonus damage to snared, so you wouldn't really notice that because the second shot would do the same as the first shot. But it really helps with a smaller husk, so you take them out in 1 bullet. 2 bullets if you don't crit. Usually you do. But once you're up to your full stacks, you're going to take them out with 1 bullet as long as you got a decent fort buff and you're not by yourself. And keep in mind, I was using 106 energy weapon against elemental, so I was already down 25% damage. Up we have the Waste Not Want Not. Increases your mag size by 30%. This is Light Show Spitfire. He's a new hero, real easy to get. Then we have this guy. He caught me by surprise. Stars and Stripes Jonesy. He's kind of older at this point. A lot of you might not have him. He really helps with this build in particular, but if you want to use it outside of this build, I'd recommend subbing in like Survivalist. But in his support, it's 1 in 4 shots don't consume ammo, essentially. You have a 24% chance to not consume ammo. It says generate, but it just generates it into the mag that you're already firing. Then you have your flat 17% damage. Rescue Trooper Havoc, no explanation needed there. And Startup combos really well with Crackshot. He does every shot increases ranged weapon damage by 1% for a 25 stack, so you get an extra 25% damage out of that with the LMGs. Now, I considered making him my main hero, because you see it gives 2% and fire rate by 1.2%, but the extra fire rate, you're more likely to waste bullets, and for 2% for 25 stacks, you only get 50% more damage, as opposed to the 145 from Crackshot. And lastly, we have assault crit damage. Increase assault critical damage by 75%. Now, if you want to sub a hero out on this, I would actually recommend the assault crit damage. It seems counterintuitive with a 38% crit chance on the gun that I was using. 1 in 3 shots crits, so you'd get the extra 75% crit damage. However, I don't see any other perk I'd replace first. That really helps you keep your uptime because you have to reload, and every time you reload, you have to start over with the stacks. And the assault weapon recovery also gives you essentially 24% more mag size. And the damage is more consistent, and startup's more damage. The crit damage would be the first and only one I'd replace. I was using Wukong. I enjoyed that. It really helped your magazines go longer if you were hitting like smaller hosts, dying crowds, and whatnot. Now, the gun you guys saw me using, let's go over here to my schematics. My Mercury LMG. I do have crit rating on it. Weapon stability probably could go. I enjoy it though, just because of the boom on it. Really helps with mini bosses and whatnot, and with crack shot especially. Now, I will probably switch this out for magazine size if I start using that build a lot more, just to give us 75% more mag size. It'd bring us over 200 with the build we got right now, and that's a lot of uptime for the extra roughly 200% AR damage you got. Now let's go back to my loadout. So this gives us 145% extra damage. That gives us an extra 17%, an extra 25 damage. It's sitting at just under 200% extra crit damage. I'm sorry, extra flat damage, extra 200% flat damage. And that's increasing your base damage. So with that crit damage will be doing an extra 75% from an extra 187%. So approximately 200% extra crit damage right there. It's very, very noticeable on the crits. That's why I'm keeping him in there instead of Wukong. That's my class, guys. For those who have the Hacksaw, that'll also make a very, very good substitute if you want to deck it out. Find it here. Okay, here we have mine as only blue rolled, but 230 mag size, and I can add another one to that. And with the gigantic increase in damage, you really don't need damage rolls on it. It's very similar damage to the Mercury LMG. Here we have 6,600 damage. $9,600 damage. But this one's gold. It's all gold rolled. Has an extra 10% damage from the energy element. It's a little bit stronger than the Hacksaw, but not by a whole lot. That's the build, guys. Any questions, let me know. If you like it, let me know. If you would make any changes, just let me know. Talk about it down in the comments. My creator code, TimmyLaw77. Really appreciate it for those guys that have been putting that in there. And just let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I really enjoyed this class. I think a lot of people could benefit from it. It is very, very good for potential DPS. You guys have a great night.